Hi Rakshita, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I am amazing. So I can see many people joining us.
Yes. Everyone, you can continue to put in your questions also in the chat box. And some of you have already done that, but you can request to join our live. Towards the end of our live, we will be inviting one person to join us. So just to try a mock interview.
So what are we doing today, Rakshita?
Well, I feel like we're doing one of the most important things that I've benefited from because I knew English, because I knew what to say and when to say.
Okay. Till then, let's see who are joining us.
Hi, RK.
Sure, yes, RK Killer. Hi, nice name. Good
Oh, oh,
evening.
a lot of you are waving at us as well. So, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Queen.
So Rakshita, have you had your evening tea?
I don't usually have tea. I have hot chocolate these days, but
Oh,
yes.
no. Why are you not a chai person?
I used to be, but chai was not helping me out as much as hot chocolate
So,
is.
so did you realize we had so many things in common, and now I know that you don't like chai. So, oh my God, this is something. Oh, revelation today.
For you, I might as well start drinking chai. If that is something that we must have in common, I'll do it.
I can see many people still joining us.
I think we were a consistent number of 33 for a while.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So tell us, Rakshita. So, as I thought, we are going to talk about something really important today, right? And starting with that, I have a question for you, as well as our audience, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What comes to mind, like you guys can comment, okay? What comes to mind when I say the word interview? You go, Rakshita, and we'll wait for.
Sure. When you say the word interviews, for me, there's a lot of nervousness. There's a lot of skepticism as well. Like, I don't know how they're going to perceive me or what all I'm saying. Yeah, mostly nervousness though. Because so many people are sitting just to talk to you.
I
That's why.
agree. And okay, so I don't know if this is the right word to say describe the situation, but they are judging you, right? So then there's a
Yeah.
person in front of you, they're judging you, and you're just the one sitting on the other side of the table. So yeah, there's a lot of nervousness. I agree. So
This person
okay.
being observed for. They
I
tell
know,
you
right?
they're gonna observe you and then they go out right in front of you.
Exactly. So okay, let's see. So, audience, we are waiting for your responses. What does come to your mind when I say the word interview?
I think a lot of people. Shahnaz has said that she also feels nervous, and we definitely.
Definitely. It is
Someone,
something. Yeah, Rakshita, please go on.
I think someone said that some type of echo is coming. Can you hear an echo, Raunak?
No,
Okay.
stress. Yes,
Okay.
lot of stress.
Let's hear what to say. Yeah. Anxiety. Okay, that's a big word. Anxiety. All right.
And one person says SSB. So I guess you're talking about Army and Air Force sentences.
Yes.
Okay. So, being someone who has been into an SSB, I can totally imagine. And also, it's not okay. So, for you and the audience, Rakshita, it's not a 1 day thing. SSB is a 5 day thing, okay? And I think you know that, right? And oh,
Mhm.
it's so much of stress, and the interview process itself, oh my God. There's so much to do in an SSB.
I never knew you went for SSB. I
I,
genuinely didn't know.
we need to talk, okay? It's call me after this live, please. There's a lot to catch up on for you and I.
Lovely.
Okay, so we have actually come across so many, okay, nervousness. All of them are saying nervousness. Yes, that's so true. So, today we are actually going to talk about some of the most common mistakes we can make in an interview while we are nervous or stressed or anxious, anything, okay? And also when we are speaking in a language which is not our mother tongue, right? We talk in at our homes in Hindi or maybe in any of our regional languages, whatever it may be. But when in an interview, we need to talk in English, and we are bound to make mistakes. Rakshita, what do you think? You're already stressed, anxious, and so many people sitting in front of you, and talking about that is stressing me a little. So okay, let's just talk about the things we can do and how we can avoid such mistakes that we can do in an interview, specifically when you're talking in English.
Especially when I'm in English, I agree. You know, one of the most common mistakes that we could possibly make is the form of the words that you're using, right? There's a certain level of formal demeanor that you need to keep when you're in an interview, right? So, one of the most common mistakes I've heard people make is, "Can I sit down?" When you use the word can, you are talking about your ability. Of course, you can sit down, but here we're talking about permission, right? So you will say, "May I sit down? May I have a sip of the glass of water? Or may I have a sip of water? All right. May I please ask you to repeat yourself? All right. So I would request you to refrain from saying can whatsoever. Can is slightly informal. Also, it's spoken at places where you're just mentioning something before you do it. May is when you're asking for permission. I mean, in an interview, the people who are with you would want you to ask for permission. So go with may.
Exactly. Right. And wow. So, guys, did you ever realize that a small word like can or may, it'll make a huge difference to what you're wanting to say, to how the people sitting in front of you who are almost judging you will perceive you as a person, right? So they obviously would want you to take permission, right? And if you use can I go to the loo, can I go to the restroom? So that is a little off. So we should definitely say me. Great advice, Rakshita. And one more thing comes to my mind is how we answer the question. Like, since this was a question and this thing came to my mind, so how we are gonna answer the questions they are gonna throw at us, almost throw at us, right? So while you are answering a question, I think the best way to show that you are listening to them and you are keen and that you understand, so you can use a word or two from the question itself, right? How the person framed the question. So I think using a word or two from that question makes it a little more interesting, and it makes like how we do in a normal conversation. If you and I are talking on phone and we tend to repeat something that the other person said, right? And it makes, and it's a form of effective communication, obviously. So when I use two or three words that you said, and I can't come up with an example, maybe, but it does make a difference, and it'll make me feel that okay, the other person is listening to me. It will make you feel yes, Raunak was listening to me when I was speaking. So yeah. So same implies in a formal situation. When somebody asks you a question, you can use a word or two from their question to answer, right?
Exactly. I quite agree with you. And it's human psychology. If you are sitting like I'm sitting, or if you're repeating my words, I will agree with you because I already know that you're agreeing with me. So I would want to agree with you because you're basically saying what I'm saying. Right. So there are a lot of mind games here as well. Another thing
Exactly.
is, if you miss out, let's say you were not able to hear what that person said, and you want them to repeat it, it's always okay to just ask them, very courteously ask them, could you please repeat yourself? Because that goes a long way. So long as you are trying to, so long as you're paying attention and you're trying to answer, that is what they're looking for. Let's say you didn't understand a question, or you didn't get a word, or maybe you can listen to them clearly, and you still try and answer the question without asking them to repeat. That could actually, you might end up answering incorrectly, and that could let them know that you weren't actually paying attention. So it's always better that you go ahead and say, "Could you please repeat yourself?" Ask them. Then once they're done repeating, then answer it properly.
Okay, yeah, that I agree. Exactly. Many times when sometimes we lose track, right? And we are somewhere else. We just can't think of what is happening right now because obviously of a situation which is already a little tensed. So yes, the person will feel, okay, this person, like the interviewee might feel that yes, the person actually wants to give the right answer, and that's why they're saying that. Completely agree. So I quite agree to what you said, right? So I will like to have more advice as such. But did you notice how I just said I quite agree? So instead of saying yeah or it's better to use phrases like I quite agree, because in a formal situation, like for example, an interview, you can't use slang words like these. So it's better to use formal phrases, and it won't be very effective if you use phrases like yeah, okay, like you won't sound formal or interested. So the vocabulary that you're using in a conversation is a huge part. Like it actually is an important factor, and it shows that you respect the person sitting in front of you, and there is a degree of difference in your position and their position, and you are aware of it, right? And you want to make the conversation feel like that. So, oh yes, so it is really important. And so when you use phrases like these, you can also think of, I think the use of the word please, right?
Yes.
So it is a small word, but it actually makes a big difference. So, for example, if somebody asks you, like, rather than saying, yes, I want to have a glass of water, you can say, yes, please, thank you for giving me this glass of water. So it feels so polite, right? So it's all about being polite and formal, and it when you use phrases like these, I don't know, it is actually a positive word. So if I say yes, please, Rakshita, please give me this glass of water, so I don't know, I feel positive and calm and happy about it. I don't know if you also feel the same way. And guys, you can tell us in the comments that does it actually make you feel good, like if somebody says that pass on the glass of water. It feels like an order, right? And if I
Mhm.
say, please pass that bottle to me, and it feels positive. So it feels like you respect the person and you're requesting them. So, and all these things are, these are serious things, thinking interviews.
Definitely. Also in an interview, that's all that they're judging you for. Of course, they're judging you for your answers and the knowledge that you have on that subject. But let's say if you are a boss who's appointing employees, wouldn't you want people who are courteous, who actually respect you? And not just fake respect, but genuinely want to be courteous and polite with you, even when you're discussing something really important, right? So I would want to appoint such people, people who know how to use their pleases and mays and know how to conduct a
Exactly.
positive conversation.
Right, right. So, Guys, do you want to join us in this conversation?
We do have a few requests. We have two requests. We want more people to request us. We want to choose. So if
Okay, Rakshita. You want competition.
yes.
Wow. You don't want all peace, huh?
So if you see, there would be a bubble that would be appearing on your screen that says if you want to you can request us to join our live, and we would want you to send that request. All right, we have a few more requests. Okay.
Nice.
Just
You
going
got what you wanted, huh?
All right.
And I see a person, real Ashraf asking that can we use could instead of can? Example, could I sit? So, Rakshita, over to you.
Yes, you can definitely use could. Could I please sit? But you see, with could, there is a factor of tenses that gets involved. May, as a request for questions, it makes it simpler for you. So you wouldn't have to worry that much about how you structure your sentence. If you're using the word could, I would want you to put in a please there. Could I please sit down? But if you're using the word may, it's oblivious that you're asking. Right? May is definitely permission. All right, we have quite a few people who wish to join. Shall I bring one of them in, Raunak?
Sure. Yes, please, Rakshita.
All right. We've sent a request to Pradeep. Let's see if he's still with us and if he's able to join us. Oh, yes, he is. Hello,
Hello.
Pradeep.
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining me. It's my pleasure. I'm on the moon.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
We are very happy that you're with us, Pradeep, and that you are actually excited to talk to us. Wow. Not many people are excited to talk to me anyway. So,
Perfect. So
Pradeep,
And
we're gonna do a small activity with you, Pradeep. We discussed how we usually conduct. We should talk in interviews. So we're gonna do a small mock interview. Okay. The interview is
okay.
going to be about the interviews for becoming a Clapingo tutor. Okay, you're going to be interviewing
Okay.
someone, or we're going to be interviewing.
So exams are good. I wish I had. Sorry. Please go on.
Yeah. So we're going to be interviewing you, or if you want, you can interview us as well. We give you that option. We're trying to be very fair here. So
I don't. I can't dare
you wouldn't dare.
to
Okay.
interview you. Yeah.
definitely.
I think Pradeep is too polite. All right. So we'll do the mock interview. Raunak, would you want to interview Pradeep?
Yes. Pradeep,
Okay.
would you want to be interviewed by me? So, you will never get this chance in your life. You can choose who interviews you.
Yeah.
Only having the clapping. Tell us, Pradeep, who should interview you?
Um. Yeah, I would like to. Raunak, ma'am.
Definitely.
I would choose.
So, hello, Pradeep. Thank you for joining us today. And can you start with telling us a little bit about yourself?
I would like to know. I am Pradeep. I am from a remote village and I'm pursuing my final year in BTech in the Department of Civil Engineering. And my hobbies are reading books, watching movies, yeah. And I,
Don't
it
be
is,
nervous. Don't be nervous. It's all cool. Okay, so you love reading books, huh?
yes.
Okay. Are you reading any book currently?
Yeah, I have read a book suggested by Clapingo itself on Instagram. It's The Blue Umbrella,
Wow.
and it's a yeah, it's a short novel, and I loved it. And as a village guy, I totally felt it while I am reading.
You could relate to it and you felt connected, right?
Yes, I felt
Okay.
connected.
So today you're here and you've come up for an interview for becoming a Clapingo tutor, right? So can you tell me something about your previous job?
I'm sorry, ma'am. Could you please repeat it? Repeat the question.
I will, definitely. Good point, guys. See how he wanted me to repeat it again. Very good, Pradeep. You were listening to us properly. I'm very happy. So I asked that, could you tell us something about your previous job?
Previous stop.
Yes.
Previous stop.
Yes, yes.
Actually, it's a new expression for me. Could you please tell me the meaning?
Okay. So,
Previous stop means
yes, I said becoming a Clapingo tutor is a job, right? Here. You are applying for that and you are interviewing for that currently. So, what was the job you were doing before that or which you are doing currently? Do you get it? The last job that you did.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah?
I got it. Got
Then,
it. Thank you. Yeah.
so previous job.
Actually,
Job.
I don't have any. I'm a fresher, but I love to teach students who are curious to learn English, who are curious to learn the language, and I am a language lover myself. And yeah,
Amazing.
I would love to be a tutor and helping people connect to the people, and I love to connect with the different people from different states, and I would love to engage with them.
Okay, wow. I really love the use of engage here. Really great. Amazing. So, okay, Pradeep, you are sounding to be a perfect person to become a clapping leader. Tell me your weakness now. You can't be all shiny, huh? Tell me your weaknesses. What would you say is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness is uh, to start. I mean, the nervousness, well, nervousness. But I'm trying to. I'm trying to. I'm trying to come over it. So,
Okay.
and yeah,
Okay, well said, well said. So Rakshita, as I asked him about the weakness, and he said my biggest weakness is nervousness. So you might have also read and seen at so many places that when you want to say a weakness, tell a weakness in an interview, it should make you look like a very nice and hardworking person. So can you give us a few tips? Give a few tips right now.
Definitely. You see, whenever you're asked about a weakness, it is always said that you should tell something that makes you look like a more suitable employee for that company. Although telling a genuine weakness like Pradeep just did, is also a good thing. Actually, it makes you look more genuine and that you're more, open to making yourself vulnerable. If I tell you my actual weakness, I'm really being very vulnerable there. But it's always good if you add a way of overcoming that weakness, whether if it's a weakness that can actually be beneficial for the company. Let's say a lot of weaknesses that are actually beneficial are, I'm a really hard worker. I don't stop once I've started. I sometimes exhaust myself overworking. Now all those things are actually great for a company, right? But you can then again come up with, yeah, but I'm trying to manage my time better, just as Pradeep did. I'm working on my nervousness. I'm doing so and so to work on my nervousness. Let's say you join a company and you want to mention English as your nervousness. You want to be genuine with it. You can immediately say, but I'm working on my English. I'm currently actively involved in a course where they teach me English. And I'm working on my language skills as well. This makes you look like an employee who wants to, move ahead in life and progress.
Right, right. Well said.
thank you.
Yeah. So I hope Pradeep, you and all of our audience will keep these points in mind. And when you are being asked about your weakness, it's a really tricky question, I would say. So sometimes, okay,
Yes,
so for example, I love sleeping, okay, and I can't say that it's my weakness because they'll say, okay, this girl will keep on sleeping, and how will she do the work? She We'll call her and she'll be sleeping. So I know it's a weakness, and I can't tell that in an interview. I hope Pradeep is able to hear us and our audience can hear us as well.
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So,
Okay.
Pradeep, do you want some more questions? Or
Yes,
Rakshita, do you
ma'am. I
think
will
we
talk.
should introduce somebody else?
If you want to, we definitely can do that. We've had a lot more requests. I think we had Ashraf had commented also a
Yeah.
couple of times, but I don't think Ashraf is here with us now. Pradeep, can you hear us?
Pradeep, do you think
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
it's somebody else now?
Sure, we can do that.
Sorry, ma'am.
We can't hear you,
Thank
Pradeep.
you.
Thank you. Thank you for sitting for this interview today.
Thank you.
Hi, Pradeep.
Thank you,
You can
Pradeep.
click on the cut
Bye bye.
option and that'll take
Hi,
you
ma'am.
back to.
You
Bye bye.
you may.
Perfect. Shall we? Do you want to invite one more person? Raunak?
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
please.
So we have sent a request to Chandan. Let's see if he's able to join us. In the meantime, uh,
Yep.
we do have a few questions here. So let's see. How frequent are these sessions going to be? That's a great question. Aniket, Aniket Thakur. So these sessions are going to be held every week, and we would want you to join us. Hi, Chandan.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, Chandan.
Very good. How
Hi.
about you, Chandan? Uh, we can't hear you
We
right
can't hear
now.
you.
Thank you for having me there.
Thanks for coming. We are very
Thank you
happy
for
to have
joining.
you.
So,
Lovely. So we're going to have the mock interview with you as well, Chandan. So you have the same option and the same choice that Pradeep did. Do
okay,
you want to interview us or do you want us to interview you? And whom do you want to be interviewed by if you want to be?
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So
Yeah.
you want to be interviewed, huh?
No,
Can
actually,
you?
I don't know why the voice is breaking. I'm hearing echo.
Okay.
Get an echo.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, either of you is fine for me.
Do you want to interview us?
No, either of you.
You
Like,
want us to interview you?
yes,
Okay.
please.
All right. Okay. Do you want to go ahead and interview Raunak or shall I do it?
I'll do it.
Perfect.
um, okay. So, hi, Chandan. Can you please tell us something about yourself?
So I'm Chandan, as you know, and
Yes.
I am a lab technician. I work in a hospital, and
Okay.
I am working from last 3 years. So I have some
All right.
experience. Yeah, and yeah, I have done my diploma in medical laboratory from Kathmandu Institute of Medicine. So yeah.
Okay. That's great. So, do you want to apply for the post of Clapingo tutor?
Uh, actually, okay, so I have to be positive here, right?
Yes, you can be for sure.
Okay. So yeah, it will be my great honor to be clapping your Twitter because it's giving opportunity to grow the English skill for all of us, like all of the new generation, and yeah. So yeah,
Very, very nice answer. Great. So, Chandan, tell me what makes you suitable for the post of a tutor?
I am very patient. to listening people. Um, and
I'm
yeah,
patient.
I am
I'm
patient.
patient
Yeah,
and patiently listen to. Yes, yes.
yeah, I'm patient to listen. People, the what's called a student, and I am hardworking to my what I need to improve. So yeah,
Okay, that's great. And you said you have worked hard to improve, right?
yeah,
So, and you here will be teaching English, right? English to
yeah,
people who want to learn. So tell
yeah.
me, how have you worked on your English?
So actually, yeah, I have joined Clapingo also to improve my English, and then um, I I have joined one of the local coaching institutes also for the writing things. So yeah, I'm
That's great.
yeah, I'm working on
That's
that.
great. And I hope clapping will help you improve your English.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
tell me, what is the first thing you would change about this company if you were the owner?
If I am what
If you are the owner of this company, what is the first thing that you will change?
that I will teach,
You will change, yes, that you will change about this company.
I will I will sorry,
Okay,
can
I'll
you
say that
please
again. If you become the owner of this company, okay,
owner or the tutor?
owner, you own this company.
Okay.
So what is the first thing that you'll change?
So I will try to make it more diverse. I will try to um, um, be in more part of the world, like doing the advertisement and then providing some courses on writing also, uh,
Great.
and and going through website and getting the teaching material. Yeah,
Okay. Really, really well framed answer. We're really happy. And I can see on Rakshita's face also how happy she is.
thank you.
Amazing, Chandan. Thanks for sitting for this interview.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
Thank you
Okay.
so
so
any
much.
questions?
Yeah. So, thank you so much for joining us, Chandan. Do you have any questions for us? Any doubts in specific?
No, thank you. No question for
Most
now.
welcome. Most welcome. Bye bye, Chandan.
We will talk about the salary later,
Definitely. With
Definitely.
confidence.
right? Which is the reward things, after doing something.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's important. Obviously, you will discuss about the salary, and I love this
Thank
confidence.
you. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye,
you. Bye
Chandan.
bye.
Thanks for joining.
So, we do have quite a few good questions in the chat box. So, one of them is, what is the ideal answer to introducing yourself? It's been asked by Aniket. That's a great question, Aniket. So, the ideal answer is to include two or three professional qualities or things that you do on a professional level. Let's say if you are a writer, you can say, I enjoy reading. Now, if you enjoy reading as a writer, that means that you consume a lot of information. Or let's say if you're an IT technician, you can say, I enjoy attending classes or courses or lectures about my subject. All right. Or I enjoy reading about my subject in general. All right. So, two or three of those things. And then we would want you to mention a few things that are slightly personal, but also that are very constructive. What could be a constructive personal habit? Let's say you regularly do yoga or you meditate. That shows that you're very calm and level headed. Or you can be a gym trainer, or you're really into gymming, or you're really into fitness in general. The fitter you are, a better employee you can be in the future for the company, right? You can also mention things like, I like to volunteer for an NGO nearby. If you actually do it, don't lie, please. But if you do any of those activities, let's say you volunteer and help people out, or you voluntarily go to old age homes, these can also be things that you can start doing now so that someday you can mention them in an interview. But if you mention habits and activities like these that show a positive side of yourself, then that would be an ideal reply to give to a company that you would want to work in. right? Um, Another question from Krishna is, how to improve your vocabulary? Raunak, would you want to answer this question?
Yes, yes, I just read that, and I would definitely want to answer that. And Rakshita, please tell me if I could do justice. But I always tell this to everybody, and I remember how we were taught in school. We were given words, we used to write those down, cram the meanings up, not understand, just cram the meanings up and pour out in the test and in the exams. So it's good to remember the meaning, but it's as important to know how to use those words in sentences, right? So when you come across a new word, you will, for whose meaning you don't know, definitely, and it's a new word for you, you will know the meaning, first of all. And as soon as you know the meaning, try and make at least 3 to 4 sentences with the word, right? That is how you will know the usage of the word. You can definitely look up for the sentences in Google, or what is Google for, right? So we use these internet and search engines for so many things, but we should definitely use these things for our benefit. And then when you know a word, you know the meaning, and then you know how to use it in sentences. Use it with your friends. Like, don't just bring up some random word in a random conversation, but maybe you learn that if you want to say beautiful, you can say gorgeous, right? You never knew, and you recently got to know that. So you can say that, you can tell your friend, oh, okay, you look gorgeous today, right? So this is how you will remember the words, this is how you will remember the meaning and the usages. So, do you want to add, Rakshita?
I loved your answer. You covered almost all aspects of it. And just to add on to one thing, one of the things that I've seen a lot of people do is, I want to work on my vocabulary. This is my mission now. And what they start to do is, they start learning 50 words a day. Now, that's a lot for you to be able to absorb and actually work with. So, do with a more, workable amount. If you're somebody who has a great photographic memory, then go with 10 words a day. But I would strongly suggest not more than 5 words a day. And 5 is I'm speaking a lot. Like 5 means you'll have to spend a lot of time doing that. Because as Raunak mentioned, making sentences is one of the biggest things that will actually help you in making that word your own. You need to become, I always say this, you need to become friends with that word. Not just an
Wow.
acquaintance, but good friends. That's when that word will become a part of you. We had a question from a person called, I don't remember your name, I'm really sorry. But we had a question saying how to get rid of this nervousness feeling.
Nervous feeling. Yes.
Yes. So, would you want to talk a little bit about that, Raunak? It was
Yes,
from
sure.
Tuli. Yes. Yes.
So, why we are nervous? Because we are not sure if we can do something or not. So, if you are going, for here talking specifically about interviews and why we face nervousness in interviews, so just go there with a clear head, okay? That I know I can achieve it, and that's why I'm going in, right? So I think that's the first step, that you know you can do it. And so I think that is when the nervousness should vanish, all of it. And still, if you're nervous, some of us have. My roommate was really anxious about things every day, even small things, even like if it's a farewell, she was very anxious. So it's not something to be anxious about, but we do feel like that sometimes. So I guess at that times, relaxing yourself is very important, right? Sit down, calm down, relax, have a glass of water, and think of the worst case scenario, I guess. Go in with the worst. And what is the worst case scenario in an interview? That you won't get it, right? What else? You will make a fool of yourself. It's okay. They don't know you. Nobody in the panel knows you personally, right? You might be a fool for them. Come out okay. It's okay. It's all fine. I don't think that anything in the world should make you scared as hell. I mean, it should never. Because I think going with the worst case scenario is an option. So please add on to my answer, Rakshita.
I definitely agree with you. And I want to link this with the vocabulary reply. I personally have always felt that when I know a lot about a subject, I don't feel nervous. I might feel nervous right before entering an interview room, but when I know that I know all that I need to know about this job, I have the skills, I have what it takes, that confidence, it tends to come from within. So, best way to be sure, like 100% sure that you're not going to get nervous, is to work really hard and to know that you know all there is to know about your job, about your English, and always use the words or phrases that you're very confident about. I know the meaning of some words, like I know them. There are some words that I might be a little confused about. Avoid those words.
True. And one thing I would like to emphasize on again, as you said that we need to be true in the interview, right? If anything, we should never say things that we haven't done, we don't know, we haven't accomplished. They will catch you. They are very experienced people who are interviewing you. So they will catch you. Even if they say it or don't, but please be true in your interviews, guys. Always.
Yes, I completely agree. I think being honest and having this quality of honesty goes a long way, especially when you're meeting someone for the first time. They don't know. You might be the best person out there, but if in that moment you tell a lie that you're not able to cover, then they would consider you a liar. We don't want to leave that first impression.
I agree. I so agree. And honesty is the best policy again.
Yes,
So always remember that. And Rakshita, I think we can wrap it up now.
definitely. I think we're almost at
There
the end.
are, if there are no new questions.
Oh, I
So,
think
guys, we all
yeah.
okay. And yes, if you liked this session and if we have a good response, we will definitely come up with another live on next week or weekend. So it's on you guys if you guys like it.
And we would want to come again, so please do like it.
Yes, please like us and please like from here also. I guess we have an option on Instagram, right? To like. Yeah, in the live option, right? And because I could see some hearts flying. Yeah, I can see one.
Hearts, I
This is
want to
so
see
nice.
hearts.
Guys, please send these flying hearts to us. Yes, we have those
Oh,
now.
so many hearts. Oh, that's very sweet of you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you
We
so
had a
much.
great time. Thank you for joining us.
Good night. Good night, Chandan.